I wish I could go back, just 7 years, back to when I was 60. Robert Williams is 67. He said this from his hospital bed. The friends sitting beside him didn't respond at first. No one knew what to say. A major senior care hospital recently surveyed 1,000 patients over 65 about their biggest regrets. Most said the same thing. If they could return to their early 60s, they would never live the way they did. 7 regrets appeared again and again. Money they assumed was enough. Health they took for granted. Time with family they kept postponing. Robert shared something else. The hardest lesson he learned. Just because you're lonely doesn't mean you should get close to anyone. Some people can't stand being alone. They attach quickly. But shallow relationships don't cure loneliness. They deepen it. Being around the wrong people can make you feel even more alone than being by yourself. Robert learned that at 67. You're hearing it now. Doctors call the first regret a silent killer. By the time symptoms show, it's often too late. The American Geriatric Society reports that 82% of adults over 65 suffer from it. 8 out of 10 don't even know. Here's a simple test. Make a circle with your thumb and index finger. Wrap it around the thickest part of your calf. If your fingers touch easily, you're at risk. If they overlap, you need to act now. This tests for sarcopenia, muscle loss. Dorothy Miller is 71. 3 years ago, her legs began thinning. She thought it meant she was finally losing weight. Last year, she tripped walking to her mailbox. She broke her hip. 6 months in rehab. Now she uses a walker. Her doctor told her it was preventable. Her calf muscles had shrunk by 40%. Johns Hopkins found that seniors who lose more than 20% of muscle mass triple their dementia risk. Muscle doesn't just move your body, it protects your brain. Barbara Johnson is 73. 2 years ago, her fingers overlapped during the calf test. She started one simple exercise, holding a chair, rising onto her toes, holding for 3 seconds, lowering down, 20 times, 3 times a day. 6 months later, her doctor was stunned. Her muscle mass increased 15%. Last week, Barbara danced at her grandson's wedding. Dorothy waited. Barbara didn't. 3 years made the difference. Exercise alone isn't enough. Harold Chen learned this. At 71, he did calf raises daily, but his legs kept shrinking. His doctor asked one question: "What do you eat for breakfast?" "Coffee and toast." That was the problem. After 70, you need more protein than you think. About 0.8 grams per pound of body weight. Harold needed 130 grams a day. He was getting 40. He changed his meals. 3 months later, his calves grew an inch. Your calves are your second heart. They push blood back up through your body. When they weaken, everything suffers. After 70, muscle loss accelerates fast. The second regret is money, but not what people expect. Richard Patterson retired at 62 with $5 million. 5 years later, he worries about his electric bill. Travel, a new house, medical bills, helping his children. His savings shrank fast. At this rate, he'll run out at 76. He may live to 90. Margaret Davis retired with $2 million, far less than Richard. 19 years later, she has more than she started with. Why? She used 4 buckets, 60% untouchable, never spent, 20% for monthly living, 15% emergency, 5% joy, planned and guilt-free. It wasn't the amount. It was the system. The number one reason seniors run out of money isn't bad investments. It's their own children. James Martinez gave generously to his kids. By 68, his savings were nearly gone. Then Parkinson's. When he asked for help, his children said they couldn't afford it. James told me, "I thought giving them everything was love. I bought their comfort and my poverty." Helen Rodriguez took a different path. She told her children, "My retirement protects my independence." When a real emergency came, she could help because she had boundaries. The less you need your children, the more they want to give. Another regret is loneliness and how people try to escape it. Frank Wilson joined everything: clubs, meetings, dinners. He said yes to everyone. He told me, "I'm surrounded by people, but I've never felt more alone." Research shows seniors with 3 deep connections are happier than those with 30 shallow ones. You can't build depth if you can't be alone first. Ruth Anderson is 81. Every morning she spends 2 hours alone. No phone, no TV, just quiet. Then she meets people. She says, "I'm not lonely. I choose company." That's the difference. Another regret is stopping learning. David Kim retired and stopped challenging his brain. One day he forgot his grandson's name. His doctor asked when he last learned something new. David couldn't remember. He started learning his grandson's video game. Then smartphones. Now he teaches classes. His cognitive tests improved. Studies show seniors who keep learning improve brain function by 23%. T.